Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is OG Chizzy Beats, and guys, we made it out of 2020, far our way through that crazy year, and we are officially in 2021. So since 2020 was so crazy, I had to come crazier for 2021, and one of the things that are new to this channel is me actually showing up in my own video. I know, what a crazy concept, but I'm doing it. Mind blowing. But aside from that, my name is different. It was Chizzy on the beat. It was Chizzy made the beat. It was a lot of Chizzies, and I appreciate all the comments and suggestions that you guys had. But I've chosen OG Chizzy Beats, and because of that, my banner and my icon are different. So go ahead and check that out. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make an R&B type beat for Summer Walker, Bryson Tiller. I can definitely hear Jazmine Sullivan from her new album hitting this beat, and even Slack/Black. I'm not sure how to say his name, but him. But yeah, I'll be taking you guys through the chord progression, bass line, vocal chops, drum, all that. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That helps out the channel so much. I have a big goal for the channel this year, and I would really appreciate if you guys were along for the ride. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this cook up. So the first thing I'm going to do is lower the tempo of the song. So it's currently at the default of 130, but I'm going to lower it to 100 for tempo. And now I'm going to open up my lapis piano so I can start layering out my chords. So the first note I'm going to start off with is an A minor ninth chord, which means I'm going to make a regular minor chord. Then I'm adding the seventh and then the ninth. So next I'm going to be using the top note of that chord to find my next chord. That's just something I do. Once I find that top note, I reverse engineer the chords. If you're not good with music theory, what you could do is using the scale highlighting in the background as guides for where your next note should be. For me right now, the scale is out of whack because it's highlighting B, but I'm using A, but you can easily change that for yourself. So now what I'm going to do is just add a strum to this. It brings like the piano alive. It just kind of, as you can hear, like it makes the notes not start off at the same time. And that's really how kind of piano players do naturally play, because you don't all just hit the same notes at the same time. It naturally has some strumming to it. So now that I have my chord, I'm going to actually open up Analog Lab and look for a key sound that I like. So I like this. It's a little bit harsh and flat, but I think it sounds good. So I'm just copying and pasting. And as you can see, it's very harsh, so I'm going to lower it 3 half steps. So this makes it sound less harsh, and I'm going to have to do more effects on it to make it sound less harsh still, because it's still kind of a little bit too bright. And Fruity Flanges is one of my favorite effects. I don't know exactly what it does, but I love the sound of it. And now that I have it at what I like, I'm just going to render it into an audio clip so I can delete Analog Lab because it takes up a lot of space. And now I'm layering it with another sound from Expand. And you can layer with as many sounds as you want. I'm really only going to do 2 layers. Sometimes I do 3, 4, but it's up to you. And now I'm going to go ahead and add drums, starting off with my 808 slash bass line. And I'm going into my trusty Summer Walker kit. Y'all, this is the GOAT when it comes to like 808 and sub basses. Like, has such good sounds. And I'm going to drop 2 of the 808s into my channel rack because I'm going to use the 2 808s at different spots. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just changing the envelope. This makes it more precise when I go out and start laying down the notes for the 808. And what I'm actually going to do right now is add a clap. Well, actually a snare. I've been using snares more often in place of a clap because I like how harsh it is. So now that I'm feeling the vibe, I'm going to go back into the 808 and start laying down some notes. So usually for the 808, I follow the bass line of my chords, but my chords are kind of basic. So I want the 808 to move a little bit more. This is how it sounds. So it just complements the chords. And I'm pasting it into this other 808. And I think I'm going to use this 808 for the bridge. And I'm just going to cut out some of the high ends of it. So now that I have the chords and the 808, I'm going to go ahead and add some vocal chops. These are all free. I like this, but I'm going to pitch it up. And add some effects because now it sounds kind of like robotic and fake. And that is the end result. So I think this works well with the other vocal chop. And I like this, but as you can see, it's kind of slow. So I'm going to go in and mess with the timing a bit to speed it up. So I'm going to put it on stretch and then mess with the time knob until it is at the right like speed. So as you can see, it sounds faster, and I'm just going to do some different vocal effects to this one. So now I'm going to play all the vocal chops together. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and add a kick. So your kicks don't have to be too busy. Like, space them out so you have space for an artist to just like ride this beat. So this is what I have so far. Like I said, it's pretty spaced out, not doing too much with the kick. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add a snare. I'm just gonna add some perks, because really, if we wanted to, we could leave the beat just like this. This leaves so much space for an artist, but I'm gonna add a perk. This kind of sounds like an open hat. Again, this Summer Walker drum kit is the GOAT. It's free, and I'm gonna drop the link in the description box. So I'm just going to add in another drum loop. So I like my drums, but I think it needs some more like background sound. So I'm adding this drum loop. It has a different vibe than my drums, and I like it. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a hi-hat loop to it as well. I'm gonna do some work to it because it's pretty fast if you listen to it. And I'm just gonna open up halftime, which is gonna slow it down, and add a different texture to it. And I'll probably use these drum loops for the intro of the song. This is without halftime. And this is with halftime. And in this theme of adding ambiance, I'm going to go back into the Summer Walker kit and add some rain sound effect. Just, you know, why not? It's all just adding as like a filler. And this is going to be played complementary with my drums. So it's not like just forget the drums I added. It's going to sound good all together. Go in and add a melody. So with adding melodies for R&B beats, I try not to make the melodies too complex, because again, you need to leave space for an artist. So something nice and basic. And I'm going to replace it. I don't want to have FL keys. I'm replacing with this bell, which obviously sounds very short, but I'm going to add a Valhalla Supermassive, and it's going to just fix the whole thing. Sounds so much better. Lost Saucer is honestly the sauce. And now what I'm going to do is add basically a second section to this song. I just want it to sound faster for the chorus, so I'm just doubling up all the hi-hats. And I was really struggling for some reason to get this last bar. Like, I was really struggling, as you can see, but I got it together. And for the clap, I'm going to put it on the 2 and the 4 instead of the 3. So these are just ways that you can make something sound faster without actually having to change the tempo. As you can see, it's so much more upbeat, and this is still like an R&B vibe, and this is going to be for the chorus. The verse is still going to be the slower part, but this is for the chorus. And I'm just going to add one more melody. Again, very basic. Came up with. Again, I'm going to replace it with a different sound because I don't want to use FL keys. And yes, so this is the sped up version of the beat, and I'm going to go ahead and lay it out for you guys so you can see my composition, and we'll wrap up the video. You guys really enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next from me. If you guys want to see me make music for a certain type of artist, if you want to see more technical parts, of producing, just let me know and I'll do it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm going to play the full beat for you right about now. Enjoy.